Are live. We are shipping orders. Today's going to be an easy one. We've averaged 8 sales a day over the past 9 days. We've averaged 8 sales a day, and we got 3 sales today. Grateful for everyone, but today's a little bit easier. I guess the good news with only 3 orders, it's an easy shipping day. So less time to ship, more time to list. Let's go. Raphael just waking up. Afternoon to yous. Morning, Brianne. Say hello down below in the chat. Let me know where you're joining from. We haven't done that in a little while. Let me know where you're hailing from. Hit me up in the chat. If you're watching this on replay too, remember all these lives, you can replay them on YouTube and on Facebook. And if you're watching one of those replays, drop down below, ship in the live. We're going to ship out these 3 orders. 0 Poshmark, 3 eBay. Poshmark has been like on this weird decline, like over the past, it's been trending down over the past week. eBay was trending up, but we had a slow eBay day. That's okay. The last 2 days, I listed a lot of non-seasonal items, meaning stuff for the spring and summertime season. Shorts, short sleeve shirts, polos is what I've been listing the last 2 days in anticipation of that stuff really picking up. And here's the funny thing. I listed this on Monday and it sold yesterday. A Columbia short sleeve, brand new with tags. Was not expecting this to sell so quickly. I was just getting ready for when things uptick, like February 1st, some things start trickling out the door for the summertime. And then it really starts picking up in March. And then March 15, like it's on. So I was just getting ready for that, just getting a bunch of stuff listed. What's up, Roger? At home unwell today. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Brianna. I hope you feel better. That'll get better. Kiddo last week, this week you. Oh, bummer. Sending positive healing vibes your way. How do you check sell-through rate on the phone? Easy. You look at, so search for the item. So this is a Columbia Super Tamiami. Great question, by the way, Movie Madness. Super Tamiami, I think is how you say that, Columbia. So I'd search for that. I'd put it in size extra. I'd filter it for size extra large. Filter it for new because this one's brand new in tags. And then I would, yeah, that's all I would do. And I would take a look at how many are listed. So say there's 100 of these listed. Then I'm going to filter that for sold, and that's going to tell me how many are sold over the last 90 days. So I just click that sold filter and say there was 50 of them sold over the last 90 days, and that would give me a 50% sell-through rate because I'd divide 50 by 100. That's simple. This sold for $29, full asking price, $29 plus $5.95 shipping. I paid $6 for it, retail arbitrage. Again, I was not expecting this to be a quick flip. I listed it Monday and in anticipation of this selling sometime in March, maybe, as we kick off like the spring summer fashion season, but it already sold, so we'll take it. But that's probably why I didn't have as busy of a day today as my last 2 days worth of listings, like 40. What did I list? 29. I listed 29 yesterday, and what did I list the day before? 13. Does that sound right? Yeah, maybe I listed 42 items, but they were all short sleeves or shorts over the last couple of days. So that is that. Why isn't this Instagram working? Let me just check this out. Let's try this again. Maybe Instagram will work. You're welcome. Hopefully that helps. Let me know if you didn't get that. If you didn't get that, if you Googled your exact question, you'll get some great YouTube videos just walking you through that exact process. All right, now we are live on Instagram. Howdy, Instagram. Let's go ahead and ship. Let me know if you have any questions about reselling. Always love to hear the questions. That was a great question, by the way, Movie Madness. If I can help a little bit, let me know. That's what these lives are all about, giving you good, honest glimpses into what's going on in my business, hoping that might help you learn something too. Or I could just be background noise while you're listing or shipping yourselves. But either way, say hello down below. We got Hugo Boss pants going out the door. We'll ship these ones first. These are 100% wool Hugo Boss dress pants, slacks, or trousers, whatever you want to call them. This would have been part of a suit probably at one point in time, but all I found at the thrift store was the pants. So these sold on eBay for full asking price, $26 plus shipping. This would have been great if this was part of a suit. It would have been like $100 suit because it's got a really nice like blue subtle check pattern. That would have gone crazy as a suit. Easy $100 on that. A very modern pair of Hugo Boss too. So we'll get this shipped out. I think this is going to go at a 12-ounce rate. Nope, it's going to go at a 15-ounce rate. We're going to print out this shipping label right through eBay. It's going to go USPS Ground Advantage, 15-ounce rate. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Callahan's. Callahan's Keep is in the house. What is up? Thank you for being here. $6.09 will be, that's the wrong order. How did I click the wrong order? This pair right here. Hey, B Georgie is in the house. What's up? What's up? Who do we got over on Instagram? Vassy, what is the very first step to selling? I would suggest, Vassy, that you look in your closet. You probably have several items of things that like brand name clothing that doesn't fit you anymore, or shoes that don't fit you anymore, or they're just like not your vibe anymore. I would start by listing those things. Choose either eBay or Poshmark. Take some photos of that item, describe it in the description, put in an item title, and hit go live or hit submit, whatever, and get that thing up and started. I would always start with things that you already have and learn by doing, going through the process. You can watch these videos too, and you're watching me ship right now, so you can this can walk you right through the process. And if you have questions, all these recordings are available on Facebook and YouTube too, so you can go back and watch me ship my pants right here, these Hugo Boss pieces. So $6.09 on this shipping label. It's going from Asheville, North Carolina to Natick, Mass. Natick, which is just west of Boston. And this is going out to Andrew. Andrew, thank you for your order. Handwritten thank you note for you. Kim, would you mind pulling out that? What? I didn't mean to interrupt you. Can you pull out that router, please? Thank you. Afternoon from Kentucky. What's up, Wayne? Hope that helps, Fassy. Does it have to be name brands clothing? Probably. But I mean, you can sell just about anything on eBay, but if it's not name brand, it's probably going to have a lower resale value. You can look up anything on eBay, just search for the item and see what it's been selling for. Sort your results for sold listings, and you can see exactly what the sales prices have been over the past 90 days, and you get an idea of what items are worth. It's a good place to get started. That is a great place to get started. Plug in this printer. Pro tip for today: if you plug in your printer, it's going to print way better. Who else is teaching you that? You're welcome, Vassy. Great questions. Get started with stuff in your house, y'all. Stuff that's just kind of sitting there that you just donate to Goodwill anyway. Might as well make a few dollars out of it, and in the process, you'll learn how to do things, right? You'll get your first sale, and you're like, "Crap, I got to figure out how to ship this stuff," and you'll figure it out. And you'll realize it's not as hard as you think. Where do you source your coffee? I have a partnership with Dynamite Roasting. So here's the Black Mountain Dark Roast right here. And you can see on the back, that's Dynamite Roasting Company. They're located right down the street from us in Black Mountain, North Carolina. They have been in business for 15 years. They know what they're up to. And for the last 11 years, they've won Western North Carolina's #1 coffee roaster, 11 years in a row. And they've only been in business for 15. So pretty cool. They know their stuff. They source coffee from all over the world. It's all fair trade. It's all organic. And most of it is single origin too. I love working with Dynamite. They're just great people. The coffee is delicious. If you want to get in some coffee or check it out, you can go to chrisatpeak.com. I have links above or below, depending on what platform you're on. And if you're on TikTok, you can go to TikTok Shop by clicking on my name, and halfway down my profile, click where it says Shop. And you can get in on some coffee. If you want to order some right now, I'll ship it out live for you with a big dose of gratitude and a handwritten thank you note. That's how we do around here. And if you do put in an order, just let me know. Sometimes the notifications just don't pop up and come through, but if you let me know, we'll ship it right now. We got a light roast, a medium roast, a dark roast. It's available in ground or whole bean. If you grind your beans at home, get the whole bean. I also have a French press grind if you brew in a French press. Can I ask what software you use for your stuff to know what you paid and when? I think what you're asking is how I keep organized with all my numbers. I use a dashboard. It's called the reseller spreadsheet. It's linked in my profile as well. Yes. Okay, cool. It's linked in my profile. It's made by Jason Hayes. He's a reseller. He's been full-time reselling. I think he's been full-time for 5 or 6 years now, but he's been reselling for 8+, maybe 9 years. So he's really good with numbers, really good with spreadsheets, and he's a good reseller. So he built this tool specifically for you. It can work with multiple platforms. It can keep track of all your costs, expenses, mileage, and of course your sales and inventory and all that. If you want to check it out, there's a link in my profile. He's got videos where he walks through the entire spreadsheet, talks about what the spreadsheet does, what it doesn't do. And there's a discount code in there too. It's Chris 2024 is the discount code. You'll get 10% off. But don't take my word for it. Watch the YouTube videos, check it out. Read the reviews that he has also on Etsy. He's got fantastic, tons and tons of 5-star reviews. And there's probably some resellers in this chat right here who used Jason Hayes's reseller spreadsheet. If you are in the chat, you use a spreadsheet and you like it, maybe let Keeping Clean know down below, or let Keeping Clean know like what your favorite part of the spreadsheet is. Maybe that will be helpful to just call out some of your favorite parts. You're welcome, Souls Tim. Brant is in the house. What is up, Brant, over on YouTube? Remember, we're live on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, so you can watch whatever place you want to. And you would maybe consider following me on all the platforms. I do put different content up on different platforms just because different platforms are better at different stuff. What's up, Hair? Welcome back. TJ's in the house. Liz's Closet's in the house. All right, we got the whole gang. Let's ship out another pair of pants. We're going to ship my pants. Columbia, or sorry, not Columbia. These are Cool. And you can see that little Cool logo right there. This is a pair of women's pants. They're size 8, a hiking pant. Little pro tip on Cool or a lot of modern brands. On the inside tag, like where it has the materials, one of those tags will have a style number on Cool. So you can look up Cool. You just Google Cool and that style number, and you can find out what the actual style of the pant is, or whatever the name of the pant is. In this case, this was a Cool Free Flex roll-up pant, and I didn't know that because I don't know this model. I just looked up that style number on Google and figured that out, and I put that into my item title. So it's Cool Free Flex roll-up pants, women's size 8. All right, going out the door. This will probably go at either a 12 or a 15 ounce rate. It's going to go Ground and Vantage. That's a 12 ounce rate. Nice. We're going to print these shipping labels right through eBay. All 3 sales today are through eBay. We got a shout out over on Poshmark. We haven't had a shout out in Poshmark in a couple of weeks, but sometimes it happens. It's a slow day today. I was due for a slow day. We've been averaging 8 sales a day for the last 9 days, so we was due for a little bit of a slower day. That's okay. Love to hear about your sales too. What's selling? What are you finding out in the wild? Love hearing about your business and what's cooking over there. So let me know in the chat. $5.15 is the shipping label. They're going USPS Ground Advantage. Jessica, thank you for the follow. Do you also resell? And if so, what sorts of things do you resell in your business? I like how in-depth it is, and it gives me a deeper look on my business. Nice, Raphael, about the spreadsheet. User 1737958799190. Thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. Do you also resell? And do you have a name? Maybe it's time to set up a screen name on here. I'm just saying. Christina loves it all. I love it. Use it and love it. Nice. Talking about the spreadsheet. Would it be good to just put it all first and try and sell? I'm not really sure, Keeping Clean, what that question is asking. I'm sorry. No sales for 2 days. I'm sorry, Grizzly Fawns. Today's your day. I'm feeling it. Keeping Clean, thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. Good to have you. But I don't understand that question. I'm sorry. Sometimes it's just you don't have that many characters to use in those little messages, and sometimes it's not super clear. All right, so this is going out to Providence, Rhode Island. Shipping label is $5.15. Do you ever get tired of reselling? Is this how you pay your bills? It must be very profitable. Do I ever get tired of reselling? Big picture, no. Little picture, yeah, there's good days and bad days. Just like I'd imagine any line of work or any business that you would have, that some days are like, oh, man. But I don't have to get out in the car and drive the traffic. I don't have to go into all staff meetings or team meetings or one-on-one meetings with my supervisor. No more Zoom meetings like that. No more in-person meetings like that. No more water cooler talk. No more company-wide memos of changing initiative or plans. No more new CEOs that are coming in with new brilliant ideas. No new SVPs with new missions. It's just my thing. So whenever I have one of those days where I'm like, man, this is kind of a drag a little bit, I remember I'm working out of my house for my own business with the sign on the wall. And if I want to take today off, I can take today off. And then I remind myself, no, I like what I do. I'm grateful for all this stuff, and I worked hard for what I have. So I'm going to keep on trucking today. And today, like three sales, that's way below my average over the last 9 days. I've been doing 8 sales a day. So I'm kind of like, oh, what a bummer. But that's all right. Just means I spend less time shipping today and more time listing more stuff. And tomorrow will be a great day of sales. I sold a pair of North Face thermoball booties yesterday, but had to cancel because I listed wrong size. Oh, bummer, Raphael. Those are cool. The thermoball booties. Those are nice. Little puffer booties. On Poshmark, did you sign up for the promoted closet beta? And if you have, I signed up for it. There's like a waiting list, and I haven't heard back from them about that. So I don't have any news to share about it, Jessica. I did. I shipped 2 pairs of pants. Here's the second one. Morning. How is everyone? What's up, Debbie? My 9 to 5 is insane. I'm mentally exhausted. End of day. Just want to resell. I feel you. I've been there. I used to have a full-time job and do this on the side. So that was my first 2.5 years of this journey. We are 58 today. Yeah, we are 58 today. Yes. So over being cold. Oh, 58 degrees today. Gotcha. Am I reading that right? But great question, Vassie. I appreciate that. Put it on the sheet, then pick, then try and sell. I'm not really sure. I'm sorry. Debbie, yes. Okay, cool. Got it. That's out the door. I'll go over profit of these items too. That's $5.15. Let's do that one real quick. Sales. Did I put this in the spreadsheet yet? Is it sold? I didn't. So it's just, I'll do this at the end maybe. I just didn't mark these as sold in the spreadsheet. It takes me a minute. All right. Last sale of the day, Columbia. I did not expect this to sell. I listed it Monday and it sold last night. It's a short sleeve shirt, brand new with tags. Sold it for $29. I paid $6 retail arbitrage. I listed 40 something pairs of shorts and short sleeve shirts and polos, like all like spring and summertime stuff, because that stuff's going to start picking up. It starts trickling out the door in February. It increases about February 15th, and then March 1, it really starts cranking up. And March 15th, we're full bore summertime selling stuff at that point. It's actually my favorite time of year because you're selling both summertime stuff, but it's because people in Arizona and Florida and Texas, it's getting warm and people are buying for the next season. But you're also selling jeans, hoodies, sweaters, coats, because people up in the north, they can't even smell spring yet. It ain't coming. The snow hasn't thawed. So you're selling all the things in March and April. So anyway, I did not expect this to sell so fast. This is a quick sale that you're like, what the heck? Why would a Columbia sell that fast? Short sleeve. Anyway, it's going out the door. This is to a repeat customer, Jessica. Thank you for your repeat business over on eBay too. You don't see too many of those on eBay, the repeat customer, but always a little extra appreciation because that means she bought something before and she liked it. She was happy with it. So she's back. Feels good, right? Means I did something right. Warming up here, last ice storm a fizzle. Now I can get busy again. Gosh, all these ice storms and cold weather. We have had a pretty simple winter as far as winters are concerned here in the mountains in Asheville, North Carolina. Same with the last winter too. Oops. All right, this Columbia is going to weigh at a 12-ounce rate. Nope, that's going to go at an 8-ounce rate. Save us a few pennies, maybe 60 or 70 cents. Somebody got filtered. Sashel, thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. Do you also resell? And if so, what types of stuff do you resell? Them thermoball booties are definitely a BOA. They have sold at full MSRP, which is rare. That's awesome. Very cool. Yeah, thermoball North Face stuff is great. All the thermoball North Face stuff sells really well for me. But I've never found the booties. All right, $4.43 is what this will ship for. It's going from Asheville, North Carolina, down to Miami. Go figure. Remember, it's as cold as it might be where you are. There's someone who's sweating somewhere in the south. I also ship internationally too, so some of this stuff could go southern hemisphere, where it's the middle of the summertime right now, like peak summer right now. Did find a Tattoo Golf polo shirt, 4X. I don't know if I know that brand. Tattoo Golf. Is that a good bolo brand right there? Nice size on that 4X. 305. That's right. Going to the 305, Raphael. The MIA. So that's out the door. $4.43. Let's mark all these sold. So today was a slow day. It's easy for me to kind of wrap my arms around these 3 sales. So let's go grab these in the spreadsheet, mark them as sold, and I'll tell you what I made for profit. I usually do this before the live, but we'll do it right now. I forgot to mark these as sold. What's the plan to take over the world today? What are you working on? What will here's the question. What will equal success today for you? What will you do today that will make for a successful day that you'll say, you know what, I did pretty good today. So these sold on 123-24. They sold on eBay. They sold in January of 2024. My buy cost on these was $6. They sold for $29 plus $5.95 shipping. And my shipping label on that Columbia was $4.43. So after shipping, fees, and my initial cost of goods, $19.71 is my profit on that item. And I purchased that item on Sunday afternoon, and it's already out the door. Money in the bank account. Profit has been made. I love those quick sales, especially. Gosh, that's a summertime item, quick sale right there. Haven't checked it yet. The name grabbed me. Gotcha. Cool. Let us know. Personally, I wear short sleeve shirts year round with a coat in cold weather. Of course, I like your style, Wayne. I wear long sleeve shirts year round and pants year round as much as I can until it gets really, really cold or really, really hot here in Asheville. Do you hold off on selling seasonal clothing or just listed? I listed as I find it. JT, I listed between yesterday and Monday. So Monday, Tuesday, I listed 42 summertime spring items, right? Short sleeves, polos, and shorts. Yesterday, I listed a ton of shorts. So actually, there was one hoodie and 3 like quarter zip sweatshirts in that mix, but otherwise everything else was short sleeves or shorts because that season's about to come. JT, you can be wearing your tank tops really soon, brother. I know it's cold up there in your neck of the woods, but it's got to start being spring-ish in the southern states pretty soon here. February 1, I start seeing the short sleeves and the shorts start to trickle out, and it really picks up as we get to like February 15th, March 1st, March 15th. It's full bore. So just because it ain't spring up in New York, brother, it's got to be spring in Arizona and New Mexico and Southern California and Miami. We just shipped that shirt to Miami, that short sleeve shirt. So it's going to be warm in those places, maybe even Jacksonville where Trisha is too. It's spring in Florida. There you have it. So people are always buying for the next season. That's when things really pick up. And then so wintertime stuff starts slowing down now. And then people start buying for summertime for the next season that's coming. That's how fashion works, right? That's why if you go to a retail store right now, all the winter stuff is on clearance because those stores know they don't have many days left of people buying that stuff. They got to get rid of it now, and they got to make space for the short sleeve stuff and their shorts because that's what people are going to be buying pretty soon. So if you want to know like what season it is for selling, just go to the retail stores and see what's in the front of the store. Like see what's things they have out front. That's what's got to be selling. So once you get to February, you'll see what's out front. I'd rather be sweating. I'm not a hot weather sort of person. I've sold to Puerto Rico summer items year round. Yep, there you go. I don't sell much to Puerto Rico, but I hear what you're saying. Thank you for the roses, brother. You are a gentleman. You are so romantic. Bring on the Gulf weather. I mean, yeah, in Florida and Arizona, this is the Gulf weather right now when it's not too hot. In the summertime, that's when the Gulf weather sucks. You are such a gentleman, JT. I hope you're wearing a tank top right now. Scored a Brooks Brothers pinstripe stretch suit, $4. Comps look good. Nice. Yeah, generally speaking, Brooks Brothers, there's a lot of variations to it, and you threw the stripes in there, and that's helpful. But generally speaking, I'm listing those for about $99 would be a pretty good average for that. So for $4, let's go. Treasure Nest here. Hi, Denise. Treasure Nest here. Glad to see that y'all. Hi, Denise. Oh, Denise from Treasure Nest is here. Gotcha. Okay, I'm with you. It's a little slow on the uptake there over on Facebook. I appreciate you being here, Denise. How are things? What's good? Any updates for us? Any cool sales? Any great finds? Waiting for you to release a tank. You might be waiting a while, brother. I don't really do tanks. Are Affliction jeans good sellers? Shoot, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Have I ever found Affliction jeans? I'll just throw that back to the chat. I don't have Affliction jeans fresh on my mind right now. If I've found them before, it's been a long time. So I'll just kick that one to the chat. Are Affliction jeans good sellers? That's the only thing I have holding me back. I have fire pieces. Do you have a set number you list per day? I do not. I listed 140 items last week. I think I'm at 42 this week. Personally, I wear shorts. I'd rather be sweating. Okay, I think I'm caught up on. Wish TikTok had more of a manly gift than a rose. They have all kinds of gifts, brother. Wayne, there's like tons of gifts. There's probably like 100 options for you. And why do we have to assign a gender to the gifts? Who says I don't like roses? What are you talking about? JT knows I like roses. They're but also hard to find at thrift stores. Okay, gotcha. There you go from George Gonzalez himself. Not for a point. Not for a point. Not for a point. Any tips on listing suits and blazers? Yeah, take a look at my eBay or Poshmark closet. They're linked up above. You can see exactly how I take my my photos, and you can see exactly what I put in my descriptions. That would probably be more helpful than me just sort of like rambling about it. Yeah, go check my actual listings if you want to know like how I would suggest doing it. Just check out how I do it. In both my eBay and Poshmark stores are linked up above or at chris@peak.com. How do I get your coffee? Denise, there should be a link if you're on Facebook. I think the link is down below in like the description of this live here, and there's a link for the coffee, or you can just go to chris@peak.com. It's right on the screen, chris@peak.com, and click the link that says coffee and rad merch, and you'll get you some coffee right through there. And if you do order coffee during the live right here, we'll ship that out on the live with a big dose of gratitude and all that stuff. So if you're interested in that, Denise, you can also get it on TikTok Shop. If you click on my name on TikTok, halfway down the profile, click where it says Shop, SHOP. You can get in on some coffee up there too. Light roast, medium roast, and dark roast. And if you do order, just let me know, Denise. Sometimes I don't get the notifications. So if you let me know down below in the chat, I'll get your order started, get that out the door. Where do you sell the most? eBay. Well, Whatnot. Whatnot is my number one platform now. I always forget that. Started Whatnot back in July. Thanks. Just found a silk jacket in my husband's closet. Let's go, pretty kitty. Get that thing sold. What brand is it? I'm a cheapskate. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Tim. Fair enough. I mean, that's gonna be way better, right? Me showing you my exact photos and like the exact description. That'd be more helpful than me just sort of like rambling right now. I mean, I do ramble a lot, but I think that would probably be more helpful. Is it hard to sell on Whatnot? I mean, I think anything is hard early on. So my answer would be like, yeah, getting started on Whatnot is hard. It challenges me every single week I do a show. You have to have a live presence. You have to bring good inventory. You have to promote and bring a crowd in there. So I would say it's challenging. I think hard is like beating cancer. Hard is, overcoming, grief of a lost loved one. I think those things are hard. I think selling on Whatnot is challenging, but there's steps that you can take to get there. And I think, that you could overcome the challenges for sure. But it would take I think to do Whatnot right, you have to commit some time and energy. You have to study. You can like take a look. What are successful Whatnot sellers doing? How are they successful? And then kind of just follow the steps. But I wouldn't expect Whatnot to be wouldn't be quick profit. I would say. I started back in July, and it still takes me a lot of time and mental energy and emotional energy figuring out how to do a nice job on Whatnot. It's a different beast. It's a different beast and involves entertainment, and stage presence and promotions and stuff too. So would you be okay selling on Whatnot with used like new item? Would you be okay selling on Whatnot with used like new item? I sell most of what I sell on Whatnot. Probably 90% are used items in excellent use condition. I've been approved to sell on Whatnot. Still going to do my first. Nice, Moonshine. That's awesome. Make sure you're studying and like watching shows from people who are successful on there, taking notes, seeing what they're doing, and applying that to your game. Jay, Old Chef New Tricks, welcome, bud. Hope you're well. Thanks for popping in. Beautiful, sunny Baltimore day. That's awesome. We have another gray day here. This is 2 in a row. Not as gray as yesterday. Yesterday was like foggy kind of gray where it felt like the sky was coming in on you. Today is just gray without that part. Old Chef, you're just repeating yourself now. Why don't you say it again just in case nobody in the back heard you, brother? What app do you use to cross-post your items? I use OneShop. It's linked in my profile if you want to check it out, or you can click the link down below, chris@peak.com, or right on the screen, you can go to chris@peak.com. You can see all the tools that I use for my business. I used Vendoo for 2.5 years. I do think that that's the best cross-listing platform objectively based on like their features and the cost. But I just don't need something that comprehensive anymore because I only cross-list eBay and Poshmark now. I used to be on 6 platforms. So for me, Vendoo, was the better tool because I had a more comprehensive cross-listing game. Now it's just eBay Posh. So I use One Shop, which is less sophisticated, but One Shop has a built-in tools for Poshmark automation. So one app, $45 a month, one subscription price, and I do my cross-listing and I do my Posh automations all through that one app to log into, one app to pay for, just a little bit of a simplified game. But it's not as comprehensive as a cross-lister as Vendu is. So if you're on maybe 3-4 different platforms or more, I would probably suggest going to Vendu. I have links to both in my profile, and you get some percentage off. I think 25% off if you sign up for Vendu through that link. And I think One Shop is $10 off your first month. So, but do the free trials. Always check out the free trials of a couple of the things. See what works best for you. Just because it works well for me and my business and my needs and the way that my brain works doesn't necessarily mean it will work the way that your brain works and what your business really needs to. So check these things out. Check out a few competitors too and see what makes the most sense. Nice t-shirt you have on today. Thank you, 929. You're all right, brother. How do you report your taxes on eBay and Mercari sales? This is my first year selling. They'll be reporting on eBay and Poshmark or eBay and Mercari. You can print, you can generate reports about your sales. So yeah, just keep track of all your costs, keep track of all your sales. Talk to a CPA if you're confused what to do. But I'm not a CPA, so I'm not going to dig too much into taxes because I just know enough about taxes to kick and scream my way through my own every single year. Giving somebody else advice on taxes, I just don't know enough about taxes to get you through the journey, George, when I'm just sort of kicking and screaming once a year to try to get my own taxes done. And I lean on my CPA with a whole bunch of questions and all that. So to me, I'd be a phony if I was giving you tax advice because I'm just barely pulling it off, and it's with 1,000 questions to my own CPA. So I would encourage you to be really, really organized with all your numbers, your sales numbers, your expenses, your mileage, and all that stuff. Be really organized with that through the course of the year, and then talk to a CPA with 1,000 questions and get through and kick and scream your way through taxes. Taxes are complicated. If I sat up here as a reseller and walked you through the steps of doing taxes, I would be a phony and a fraud, and I'd probably fuck up your taxes. So go talk to somebody who really knows what they're doing, and just like I do. Off to J.O. Bay. Have a great day, Wayne Parks. Appreciate you popping in. Always good to have you. List items with small flaws all the time. Grizzly finds. I list them all the time. I do 3 things on any time that there's an item with flaws, and this works with very, very few returns. Number 1, in the item title, I put asterisk read or asterisk flaw or asterisk spot or asterisk stain right at the end of the listing. So I'm letting people know, hey, there's something wrong with this item. Number 2 is I take a close-up photo with a pointer, and for me, a pointer is just a pen. So I'll point at that stain with a close-up photo of that stain. So if this had a stain right here, it doesn't. But if there was a stain right here, I'd just take a close-up photo with the pen pointing right at that stain. The third thing I do is in the description, I describe there is a stain on the front of the shirt. It's about 2 centimeters. See close-up photo with pointer. So those 3 things help me not get returns on those items. I get very, 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 very few returns on flawed items. I price those items at the bottom of the market. I accept offers, and I usually move flawed items pretty quickly if I've priced them right, because you get a lot of views on flawed items because you've priced it at the bottom of the market. So when people are sorting by lowest price, boom, they see yours a lot. So you'll get a lot of views on them. And then one person will be like, cool, I'll buy that shirt for a deep discount with a little stain on it. My CPA was blown away when I sent Jason Hayes a spreadsheet. Nice, Jay. I use this advice for flawed items as well. It works. Thanks, Tracy. Been doing it for years. It very rarely fails me. I can't remember the last return I had from a flawed item. What app do you use? I already got that one. Can you show us how to use the eBay app to scan UPC codes and what information you get from doing that? Thank you, Denise. I don't use the eBay app to scan UPC codes, but all you do, I mean, if you asked, your question was, can I show you how to do it? I mean, shoot, you just go up to the search bar. There's a little camera thing right there in the search bar, and it brings up this little scanner thing, and it defaults to barcode. I can also go to image too here on the bottom, but it's looking to scan a barcode, and then I scan it. I don't use this very often because most of the items I'm buying are used items at thrift stores, and they're clothing, and they don't have UPCs on them. So this doesn't actually help me very often. The other thing with the UPC code, the only time I do use it is when I do find like a new with tags item. I can scan it with this if I want to find out like what the model is and all that. And then once I have the model, I type in the search, whatever the model is. So I'll put brand, then the model, and I'll search that way. The reason I do that is because most people don't list things on eBay with UPCs. So if I'm doing my comping using the UPC code, I'm only looking at a small fraction of the total listed items for that item, because most people aren't using the UPC code. Most people aren't entering that in. So when you search for UPC codes, you're only looking at the 5% of sellers who use UPC codes on eBay. So you're only going to get a fraction, like 5% of what the total listed and total sales are. So that's the only way I use UPC codes, is just to figure out what is the name of this item, so then I can go search for the item more broadly. Hope that helps, but it's not really a regular part of my game. Can anything in your house light? Can anything in your house light? I'm not sure what that is. Like tide or book, you can see what, like tide or a book, you can see what happens. Tracy, I'm not picking up what you're putting down. Maybe I missed something. I'm sorry. Maybe I missed, I'm sure what you're sharing is awesome. Best thing I use is Google Lens. There you go, George. That's a good tool. I use that from time to time. Page jeans, a good pickup. Comp the jeans. I'm going to answer this way, and I think this is the objective right way to answer this. Sarah, when you're looking up page jeans, look up the size of the page jean and look up the model of the page jean, right? And if you're looking up page, model, size, that's going to give you a better answer as to, are they a good pickup or not? And then it depends on how much money you're spending for that item and all that. But you'll want to look at average sale price and sell-through rate based on not just the brand. In that case, you're going to want to look up the model and the size, because you're going to find different sell-through rates and different resale values depending on the model and the size. So that's how I'll answer that question, because they're not all necessarily a good pickup. And that's the truth for most brands, by the way. Scan a UPC code for a product you own. Okay. How do you calculate shipping for your advertisement? I think you're asking about how do I calculate shipping for my listings. And if you're speaking about eBay, my shirts I list for $5.95 shipping, my pants I list for $8.95, my blazers I list for $10.95, and my suits I list for $14.95. That's how I calculate it. But you can use calculated shipping on eBay if you're just getting started and you're not sure like what to do with like pricing for like shipping prices. If you're not sure what to do, just use eBay's calculated shipping. So then you put in the weight and you put in the dimensions, and eBay automatically charges the buyer based on how far they are and how much it weighs and what are the dimensions. It'll automatically charge them whatever the right rate is for that item. So as long as you put in your weights and dimensions right, eBay will charge the customer the right amount based on those calculations. Not a guarantee, it's a gamble, but low. 2 questions. How many items do you have listed on eBay, and how many items do you sell daily? Today we sold 3. The last 9 days we've averaged 8 sales per day, and I have 820 items listed on eBay. Tanya, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Bye. Gotcha. Thanks. You're welcome, Brian. Yeah. Okay. So we're all shipped out. I told you the profit on that item. I'll tell you the profit on the other 2. Keep dropping these questions. These are awesome. Slow day of sales today, but that's okay. That's because, you know what? Tomorrow is going to be good. Or today into tomorrow is going to be good. All right. Paid and shipped. So what were the other items? These cool pants I paid $5 for. Let's go mark these as sold in Jason Hayes's brilliant reseller spreadsheet, which acts as the dashboard for my whole business. So these cool pants I just listed last week, I picked them up at a thrift store when did I pick these up? Right before I left for Florida, right before the holiday, I picked these up at a thrift store and just listed them last week. These sold on 123-24, and they sold on eBay. I paid $5 for those. They sold on a best offer. I listed them for $29. The person sent me an offer for $28. I'm like, okay, I'll take that. Let's go. So those sold for $28 plus, I think I did $8.95 shipping on those. No, I think I did $5.95. Let's just double check. $5.95 shipping on those. My shipping label cost me $5.15. And after shipping and fees and initial cost of goods, my actual profit, $19.11 on that item. Tanya, thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. So both items were the first two were $19 and change on profit. And then we'll look at this third item right now. We'll mark that as sold. What was that third item? Was the Hugo Boss pants. I wish that was a full suit. That would have been sweet. So those were 100% virgin wool, very modern dress pants, Hugo Boss. I don't pick up all Hugo Boss, but I am selective about that brand. Those I picked up. I picked those up in Florida at a red, white, and blue. I paid $5 for them. And they sold for full asking price $26. I probably could ask for more if I wanted to on those. And my shipping was $8.95. Bless you, Kim. And my shipping label cost was, wait for it. What's up, AZ? $6.09. So after shipping fees and an initial cost of goods on that item, I made $11.66. So on the day, those three orders put together, 38, that's $39. That's $50 in profit on the day. A slow day of sales, $50 in profit. But again, yesterday we had over $500 in sales that we shipped out yesterday. So a ton of profit yesterday. Everything just kind of averages out. You're got to have good days. You're got to have bad days. That's the nature of the business. Average price for my shirt in the 20s. Nice. That one that you just recently found. What was it called? Tattoo Golf. Is that what you're talking about? Nice. All right. So that's it. $50 in profit on a slow day. We're going to get back. That means we have more time to list though, because we spent less time shipping. So wishing everybody an awesome day. I'll catch up with you next time. Hopefully, if you're out and about today, I hope you find some really awesome stuff. And as always, I hope the sales keep rolling in for you. And I hope that you're valuing the most important metric in this business. I don't care if it's your first day, your first month, or your 10th year in this business. I hope you're valuing the learning. Learning. That's the most valuable metric. If you're always learning new brands, new items to be looking out for, new models, new materials, new little tricks to move things fast, like bundling, little shipping tricks that can save you $1 or $2 here and there. I hope you're valuing learning today more than anything, because that's the most important thing. I don't care what business you're in, how long you've been doing it, learning, so that tomorrow is even a better business day for you. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you next time. Peace.